Welcome back. You're watching Power News. State-owned power distribution companies feeling financial squeeze are expected to get some relief soon. Power sector financing majors like Power Finance Corporation and Rural Electrification Corporation are set to resume short-term lending to DISCOMs. Power Ministry has issued revised norms for these non-banking finance companies to sanction short-term loans to DISCOMs.
After getting the revised norms from Ministry of Power for short-term loans to state-owned power distribution companies, PFC and REC moved to examine pending loan proposals. These companies are setting on loan proposals worth Rs 4,000 crores received from various states. PFC and REC have received loan proposals of Rs 2,500 crores from states like Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu and are evaluating them on the basis of new guidelines.
The analysis shows that the problem is acute in about 6-7 states. It is these states which will have to take effective action in a time-bound manner to bring about improvements. If this is done, this will change the picture of the power sector as a whole in the country. The sentiment about the power sector, which was upbeat till some time ago, will once again improve.
Timely tariff revision, regular payment by state government on account of subsidy to agriculture sector, electricity consumer and submission of audited account of the preceding fiscal by September are key among the revised lending guidelines. With NBFCs resuming lending to DISCOMs, banks are also expected to follow suit.
In many states, the accounts are quite a few years behind. What is important is that we have accurate, authentic and timely information. All our analysis and diagnosis depends upon the kind of information that we have. So it's not only important that the accounts are prepared and audited punctually, it is equally important that they are prepared following the correct auditing principles, accounting principles, and also keeping the Electricity Act in mind in letter and spirit.
The ministry issued the directive after it was found by Shuglu Committee that DISCOMs were using loans to finance their cash losses resulting from non-revision of tariff. The DISCOMs' combined losses are estimated to cross Rs 1.5 lakh crores. In the financial year 2010-2011 alone, DISCOMs incurred losses of Rs 42,000 crores after excluding the subsidy payment revived on account of power supply to the agriculture sector.
For the current year, 2011-2012, based on what we know about 2010-2011, losses would be of the order of 70,000 crores. Now, these are not cash losses. I mean, these are losses. But you know, the notion that only cash losses have to be financed and other losses doesn't matter is based on the assumption that either somebody is willing to put equity into the system with zero return, or somebody is willing to finance the system and later on write off all interest. Now, we are not living in that kind of a world. So the financial hole in the system is truly large. And the main point that I'm making is it's not just a matter of bringing the ATC losses down. It is a matter of a persistent mismatch between the tariffs that we are allowing the regulators to charge and the costs that are coming up.
The Reserve Bank of India can help wipe out losses of power distribution utilities amounting to 82,000 crores by setting up a special purpose vehicle that can purchase the liabilities. The panel led by former CAG V.K. Shunglu has also recommended steps to insulate regulators from pressures by state governments, independent evaluation of electricity regulators and introduction of the franchisees model in power distribution in 255 towns to reduce losses.
Franchises must come forward to have this distribution sector. In our country, in some places, in some states, the franchises have come. A place like Bhiwandi, I must mention here in Maharashtra. A place like Kanpur, Agra in Uttar Pradesh. And the results are coming very nice. It will take a speed, but one has to have a will. And I think a state must have will to bring it to the existence.
The Shunglu Committee has recommended that the special purpose vehicle would be owned 76% by the Reserve Bank of India, while Power Finance Corporation and Rural Electrification Corporation would hold the balance. The SPV would constitute a chairman appointed by RBI, chairman of PFCA and REC, and representatives of PSU's bank. The committee has asked all public sector banks to jointly negotiate with states and their distribution utilities the final settlement amount and schedule. The committee has also recommended drawdown of about 4,000 crore state guarantees by banks.
I think there's a huge restructuring exercise happening in Rajasthan. So post the RBI directives and all, most of the lenders are doing the restructuring of the loans, and I see the lenders are quite on it, and a lot of things will happen going forward in the next 2 years.
In cases where distribution utilities are unable to meet repayment liability, the SPV will purchase the liability and this would become as asset to it. According to the recommendation, the RBI would offer line of credit to the SPV to make purchases.
The Reserve Bank of India has done very correct by putting in the brakes, because now the DISCOMs will make hard choices, that is, rationalize their tariff and try to reduce the losses and thereby improve their financial position.
The distribution companies would pay interest on repayment liability purchased by SPV, enabling it to pay interest charges of the RBI. However, liability purchased by the SPV would be subject to state governments agreeing for regular and adequate tariff increase.
The committee has also proposed barring government officials from being appointed as state regulators for 5 years. Independent evaluation of functioning of state electricity regulators has also been proposed. Accumulated losses of distribution utilities grew to 82,000 crores by 2010 due to a gap of about 0.60 per unit gap between average cost and average revenue. Primarily, operational and management issues coupled with regulatory shortcomings are responsible for the losses. And this brings us to the end of today's episode. Do keep sending us your suggestions at powernews@znetwork.com or call us on 011-405-60701. Before I leave, I'd like to wish all the viewers of Power News Merry Christmas. Do join us next week for more news and updates. Till then, goodbye and take care.